Hey guys, Skittlerampage here. Welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So today we're going to be talking about New York Comic Con 2025 so far. So it does look like the event itself as well as online have hit a few snags. We've had a couple sticker error. We had some sold out stuff really quickly. A lot of collectors angry. So we got a few things to talk about today. Now, before we jump into our topic, I do want to ask the question of the day, which is, since it's Comic-Con weekend and there's all kinds of cool collectibles, toys, and all kinds of crazy stuff there, what is a recent collectible you picked up that was not Funko? Let me know in the comments below. Something I picked up recently that I'm going to be opening up in kind of a short form video are these One Piece Luffys here. If you want a closer look at these, so stay tuned if you're curious. Alrighty, so first things first, let's go over the online drop and what sold out and kind of all the craziness around that. So here is what's currently sold out on the Funko shop after 2 days. We have the limited pieces of Joker, we also have Havoc, Nimrod, then we have Raikou, which is still available on Amazon though if you want to grab it. I'll have a link down below if you missed that one. Then we have the Rob Lucci One Piece exclusive, which not too surprised about, but Brooke didn't actually sell out, so I was more surprised that Brooke didn't. Then we also had the Itachi Susanoo, which was arguably the most popular one of this con. Then we had Dark Paladin, as well as Sonic with Caliburn. And on this next page here, it looks like the exclusive bundle sold out, the DC Mystery Comics set, as well as the Batgirl Blueprint Deco. Now, funny enough, I don't even think that's even half the exclusives of the event that actually sold out, which is pretty crazy, but it's pretty close. It's a decent sellout, I would say. I don't know if this is a successful event for Funko based off of that though. Let me know how everything sold out at the event itself. I was hearing of some things selling out really quickly, but I wasn't hearing of everything selling out really quickly, if that makes sense. So if you attended the event, let me know how fast some things sold out, unlike, you know, like Itachi Susanoo and the DC mystery boxes. Those ones were obviously bound to sell out. So like I mentioned, I think the hottest exclusive has to be Itachi Susanoo, other than the limited pieces. Though Rob Lucci was actually pretty popular and sold out very quickly too. A lot of people want that exclusive, and I guess they had a little bit more limited stock than the Brooke. Like I was mentioning, I was surprised that Brooke didn't sell out. I think it was a great mold. Probably a little bit small in that box, but as far as like pop rides go, people love Brooke. So I was genuinely surprised that this one did not sell out, but maybe people are just over the whole One Piece pop rides at this point. Anyways though, jumping back onto Itachi here, I heard that this one only had like maybe around 1,000 or a little bit more than that loaded to the Funko shop. So if that's true, that's pretty insane, actually. It's really insane. It's giving like the Luffy ship online, the Going Merry, I think it was. One of the ships was super limited, and then there was another one that was super limited back in the past. So they do this kind of randomly where some of these Comic-Con exclusives are just super limited. Now, of course, this dropped in multiple places in the world, and Itachi sold out in multiple places. Though I think there was one place that it didn't sell as fast, but eventually it sold out. But for the most part, Itachi sold out everywhere for the shared sticker. And he wasn't shared with any retailer store like sometimes it normally is. Like with Sasuke, for example, he was shared with GameStop. One thing that worries me about Itachi's con sticker is the fact that it also seems to have super limited stock for some reason. Like at the event, it's been selling out around the first time slot almost every day. It's crazy. So people who had any time slots way later in the day never had a chance to get Itachi and some of these other exclusives. Like I heard this morning on Saturday, Itachi sold out before general audience even got in. That means the VIP members sold it out. That means there's barely any stock of Itachi most days. And usually they allot the stock throughout the entire day, but it just doesn't seem to be the case with Itachi, so it's super weird with the stock count. I don't know if there was production issues, maybe. Now, that stock count being so low for Itachi on the website the other day is true. That would make sense why it sold out so incredibly fast, especially at every website, and at the same time, Funko put a 6 limit on all of these exclusives, so that's part of the reason why you weren't able to get these. Now, if you're wondering why they did a 6 limit, in my opinion, it's desperation. I truly think it's desperation because Comic-Con exclusives have not been selling out like they used to. They just haven't. You saw Madara and Sasuke sit for a while. That could also be a contributing factor as to why they made a little bit less stock for Itachi. They just probably weren't expecting how hyped up and how excited fans were going to be for Itachi because Madara took so long to sell out. They even put it on a 50% off sale, didn't sell out on that sale, and then eventually he sold out, or at least they pulled the stock. Now, if you don't watch my Funko trending value videos here on the channel, I did actually mention recently that Madara's shared sticker jumped up to over $200, assuming the fact that stock was super limited with it being sold out now. Not a lot of people are selling them between eBay, whatnot, Mercari, whatever marketplaces, and Itachi Susanoo announcement. Obviously, people are going to want the third one and final one they're probably going to do of this set to complete their sets, so people just started jumping on the Madara stock. Guys, those are just a few theories mixed with some facts as to why Itachi sold out so quickly. I will say it was definitely a bummer to see it. I think once I saw it out of box here and then kind of mixed in with the other Susanos and photos from some other accounts, I did feel a little FOMO. I was like, man, these look really good. If you look at these photos, they look so good. But I never originally picked up Madara or Sasuke, so I didn't initially have plans to pick up Itachi, and then when I saw Madara was $200, I was like, I'm gonna hesitate on that a little bit. Maybe down the line if they get a little cheaper or kind of level out in price. But yeah, Itachi currently, last I saw, a lot of the stock has dried up over on eBay to the point where the shared sticker is selling over $300 now, and then the official con sticker is just gonna be much higher than that. Now, in my opinion, if you want a fair shot at getting Itachi, nowhere near retail, might I add, you're gonna have to wait until those online orders come in and people start undercutting each other. Because once a bunch floods the market online, that's when the prices will start coming down. I'm not saying that this one's gonna crash like crazy in value. Again, if the limited stock factor is true with that, then we're in trouble. This one's gonna have some crazy value to it. Okay, so here's another interesting issue that happened, more involved with the stickers themselves. Shango from Little Miss Chase, she actually spotted that the mystery pop count is wrong. When they originally announced it, here were the numbers. We had Batman at 2,000, Joker at 1,000, Robin at 1,000, Superman at 500, Wonder Woman at 400, and Flash at 100. But if you look at the boxes down there, it says Wonder Woman at 500 pieces when it should say 400 pieces, and then Superman's at 400 pieces when it should be 500 pieces. So they basically advertised it wrong, or somebody put the wrong number. I have no idea. Now, I'm not entirely sure if there's a difference between the shared and con sticker. I didn't notice too many differences yet, but if I overlooked that, let me know in the comments below if you managed to pull like a different number. But I have been seeing 100-piece Flash ones, so that one is accurate at the end of the day. But like, looks like maybe the Superman and Wonder Woman are swapped around or something. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out for anybody confused if they get theirs in and they're like, what the heck is this? Now, another sticker issue we had was some Batman Beyonds actually arriving with the shared NYCC sticker, even though this one was show only at 1,000 pieces. There are some NYCC stickers out there, but there's also some shared stickers mixed in, so it's gonna create a whole like little mess with that. But wait, there's more. Here's even more sticker complications here. So Jolly Jacko was only available at the VFriends booth, and they were getting swarmed like crazy. But sharing over from Captain Funmaker, it looks like they all arrived with shared stickers. There's no NYCC stickers, and this was supposed to be an NYCC only exclusive. Now guys, at the end of the day, it is just a sticker. It's not the end of the world. This exclusive is still limited to 3,000, at least I hope so. Hopefully Funko's being honest with that. Even with the shared sticker there, you know, there just won't be any official stickers of that. The main problem here is that a lot of people pay a lot of money to go to NYCC and pick up certain exclusives. They like getting that con sticker. It shows it came from the Comic-Con. And again, it all really revolves around, you spend a lot of money to go there, and these things should not be happening. These should not be issues. Certainly shouldn't be consistent issues with Funko as a company. You'd think they'd get a handle on their quality control issues, but no. I mean, I've been doing this 8 years, and ever since I started, they've had issues, so But like I said, genuinely, it's not the end of the world, but at the same time, people pay a lot of money. These things should be correct. Well, guys, those are just a couple issues for New York Comic Con this weekend. I feel like we really can't go at least 1 year without any major, problems with stock or sticker. At least there hasn't been any fights so far, I think. I don't know, let me know if there's been any fights at New York Comic Con over Funko Pops or other collectibles. But yeah, it is genuinely crazy. I kind of wish these quality control issues just would not happen, or these stock issues wouldn't happen. So many people are upset. I genuinely feel bad because I know a lot of people were looking forward to this Itachi one, the Rob Lucci, some of the other exclusives that sold out. It's just like, at the end of the day, it is Comic-Con. They're limited pieces for a reason for this event, but limiting it to 6 per person gives everyone next to no chance at getting this, you know, it's pretty crazy. So there's definitely things Funko can do differently going forward in the future, especially with the website, because in reality, nobody needs 6 in their household. Nobody needs 6. That is purely resellers buying those. And I don't really have the biggest issue with resellers overall, just because it's just part of every hobby. Like I said, I've been doing this 8 years, so I'm just used to it. If I want that pop and it sells out and I miss it, you know, I'll wait for the value to level out. I may have to pay a little bit more for it, but whatever at that point. You know, not everybody sees it that way, and that's perfectly fine, but it's more so Funko should be giving a fair chance at the exclusive versus putting up a 6 limit for the first day. That's just crazy. Well, guys, those are pretty much all my thoughts on New York Comic Con so far. I think it was kind of a success for Funko, but I'm not entirely sure. We had a decent amount of sellouts, but let me know how you guys felt about New York Comic Con this year. That's all for me today, though. Make sure to hit the like button down below if you did enjoy, and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to go ahead and end off the video by saying a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon-only Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure to follow me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page, so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.